Welcome to Transmissions, where we talk about Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers. On this episode, we've got some new, very expensive G1 character statues. Blokees has a new Megatron model kit, and the latest Studio Series figure set is a whole lot of repaints. Today is Wednesday, November 5th, 2025, and this is episode 667 of Transmissions.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that's just coming out of a post-Halloween candy coma. I'm your host, Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team. Jeremy, aka Yakko.
Hey, how's it going?
And Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast.
Did you guys do episode 666 already? Did I miss that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
man. Here I tried learning how to conjure the devil and everything for that.
Yeah, we released it on Halloween.
Man. I'm going to lose my soul for nothing.
You didn't have a soul.
We even mentioned it. The episode was the Mark of the Beast, and we didn't have our Cybertronian Beast here with us. So, it was disappointing.
It's ridiculous. Let's talk Transformers.
As always, we start off the show by thanking our Donatreons, those lovely people who support us on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you all so much for continuing to contribute and help us keep this show going. If you're not a Donatreon and would like to become one, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support, and that is where you can sign up. You get lots of perks. That includes bonus content like our bonus show, We Like Big Bots, where Daryl and Dr. Pants talk about the biggest bots in their collection. And, it's November and we still haven't had any new Big Bots episode this year. Dr. Pants promised more than one episode this year. So I'm holding out hope. There's 2 months left in the year.
Take the hint, Charles.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, when you're
also
lucky.
got
Yeah. Yeah.
we've also got our bonus uncut version of this week's Empire of Rust. This is episode 148, The Book of Burrows, and that's available right now for all our Donatrons. The regular version will be up next week, November 10th, but all the Donatrons get it a week early. So if you're listening to Empire of Rust, you can listen to the bonus uncut version right now. Get all that extra content that's not in the regular edit of the episode. Of course, you can listen to all the episodes of Empire of Rust at transmissionspodcast.com/rust. And of course, we've still got our Toy Hacks code for November. So the new code for November is Sticky Discount. That's all one word, Sticky Discount. That code will be good throughout November, although I think it will become inactive during Toy Hacks' regular Black Friday sale. So you can use this code until that Black Friday sale. Then there will be a separate code for that or separate information for that. But right now you can use it, Sticky Discount, at toyhacks.com to save 15% off everything at toyhacks.com. All right, let's get into the show. We've got some quick hits.
All right, and we're going to start off the show today by talking about Galaxy Toys. Everyone remembers this company. It was formerly known as MPH Studio. Remember them? Of course you do. Who wouldn't forget MPH Studio? They have some a new figure. This is Legend Scale Beachcomber, plus all kinds of color variants. So if you like Beachcomber, but you only buy Beachcomber when you can get all of them in the different color variants, then this is the post for you. Take a look and see. There is the normal G1 in this metallic blue. There's the crystal or transparent. There's the G2 metallic green. And then there's the Golden Lagoon variant. So lots of different variants you can get. They're made of ABS So no nylon or die cast. There, it's going to stand 5.4 centimeters tall, or 2.1 inches in robot mode. So, yeah, they look really good. And yeah, for all those people who are fans of Beachcomber out there, these are really cool little figure. A great little desk bot or fidget former, if you want to call it that. Something you can keep in your pocket. The transformation looks like identical to the original G1 figure, only there's a little bit more articulation here, just because engineering has progressed a little bit in the past 40 years. So, yeah, looks good.
Next up, we've got the Transformers comic book edition limited statues from Bilia Studios. And these statues are premium high-end statues. They're all 35 centimeters in height, which I believe is 14 inches. Maybe Daryl can double check me with the tape measure. But yeah, these they have kind of solid color paint. There's 5 versions now. There's an Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Megatron, Starscream, and Soundwave. They each come also with the limited edition comic book plate, and they are in a protective slab. There's also a collectible card that's by Livio Ramondelli, and they're hand signed for the first 100 and then unsigned for the rest. And then there's a character ID card with a limited edition number. And they are in a luxury black faux butterfly box with split Autobot Decepticon metal logo and precision cut interior fitted for sculpture, plate, and cards. So that's all great. Very, very nice. You can see the if you're watching the video, you can see the comic images are printed on the statues. So like comic art is on the statues that are in a solid color. Each statue is limited to 500 units worldwide, and they're priced at the low price of $3,800 US dollars. Yeah, that's going to be a no for me, dog.
Can I just say how horrible I think these look? From the solid color paint, they say they use automotive grade paint, and it's just like they dipped it in the paint, and then the comic art on it is just single like white. You can barely tell it was from a comic panel except for like the lettering and stuff on there. It's just, if I am thinking of something advertised as a comic inspired Transformer, I'm thinking of something that's like resembling a scene from like the actual statue would resemble a scene. This looks like just very generic versions of each of the characters and solid color paint. It's like extremely low effort, and then they're charging an obscene price for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally agree with you there.
Yeah. At least Livio's getting some money from it. So
yeah. But yeah, these are not what I would expect for a comic book edition statue. But yeah, and I've got better uses for $3,800, so I will not be shelling out that money for this.
You've got to buy all those primes.
That doesn't even add up to $3,800. That adds up to like at most $150 maybe, which I'm not going to do. I'm not buying them. I'm not buying all the primes.
The look and feel of these things is one thing. Whether or not you like it is subjective. But the advertising for these has been something that has been called into question, because this particular prime you're showing on the screen right now has been the main focus of the advertising. And this company, what are they? Mbaya or something like that?
Imbilia? I don't know. I don't know how you
Imbilia?
say it.
Whatever.
It's I don't know. Oh, maybe like memorabilia? Embilia?
Sure.
Maybe that's what it is.
They have used AI to generate their animation for this. And basically, you know what the Transformers community does with AI. They are not fond of it. And they have taken this company to task. And Hasbro, as a result, because it's a licensed property, and so this has not been going over well. The price point is astronomical. Whether or not you think these figures look any good, I for one agree with Charles. They look like dog shit, but covered in automotive paint. And then the company advertising it is using AI to generate their animation, which is just a humongous, shit move to pull. So yeah, if I had the money, I wouldn't probably be spending on this. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not real happy with this company right now, and Hasbro for allowing AI to be used like that. But I guess I don't really get a say on the way these are advertised. But yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine Hasbro probably didn't like they probably didn't approve the AI generated advertisements, but you should probably specify that up front when you're specifying a license. If you don't want licensees to use AI for advertisements, you should put that in the contract.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you want to see a good-looking Megatron, Blokees has revealed images of their Action Edition 02 G1 Megatron Energy Explosion version. This is an 18 centimeter tall model kit, and he's got translucent purple plastic, and he comes with some accessories, including laser beak, his throne, and a shockwave gun mode. And I feel like this thing looks really good. And with the $3,000 you're saving from not getting that that statue, you could probably spend. It doesn't have a price here, but I would say definitely under $50, probably under $30 for this. But this thing looks really good.
Yeah, this looks cool. And all the accessories add to it. Yeah, having the throne and the laser beak and the shockwave, and he's got his Energon mace and his lightsaber from Transformers the movie. It's nice.
A laser sword,
kit,
so it doesn't infringe anything.
Okay, laser sword, not lightsaber. It's a model kit you put together, so that's additional fun if that's what you're into.
Yeah, well, and also they do have a non purple version of this as well. If you just want the standard Megatron colors, looks like it's got all the same things, just regular grays and blacks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what we've got next here is the in-hand images of Masterpiece or MPG, Soundwave, and Laserbeak. So you can take a look and see how the deco is different from the first Masterpiece Soundwave, and how I guess I was wrong in the first assumption that it's different. This is the same mold. It's just got a different deco. So you can see them side by side here. The deco is based on the original G1 cartoon. Apparently they worked really hard on getting the colors right. What episode did they use? Because they changed from episode to episode. There is a small Megatron gun for the has been omitted from the original MP release for this figure. So instead, they're giving it a clear purple Energon cube to fill with energy, or to be filled with energy that is included. But if I remember correctly, the original one still came with that.
Yeah.
Although I'm referencing the Hasbro release, which came with like everything. So maybe the Takara release of the Soundwave didn't. So, yeah.
Yeah. Also, the Hasbro release came with 5 tapes instead of just 1 tape.
Yeah, that's right. Also, part of this story, it does say that an MPG broadcast, also known as Blaster, has been confirmed, as well as redecos of him and Soundwave for Sound Blaster and Twincast, which is some of the best news I've heard in a long time.
Don't you mean new Soundwave and Billy?
Yeah. Blaster, MPG Blaster will include 1 cassette bot, and they plan to release the others in sets for both Blaster and Soundwave. So, yeah, that's amazing. I am thrilled. We've had enough. We've had a lot of Blasters and a lot of Soundwaves over the last little while, but a masterpiece, an official masterpiece Blaster has been something that has been sadly missed for a very long time. And it's not like it was a trademark thing, because that boombox is just a rectangle. It's nothing. There's nothing fancy about it. So yeah, it's just one of those things that they've just not gotten around to doing. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I've got on this one. It looks cool, but a Soundwave is the same one we've already gotten. Gimme Blaster.
All right, and last up we have the newest Studio Series. This is called Studio Series Spotlight. It's an Optimus Prime 3-pack that includes an unpainted gray Optimus Prime, a version that has the kind of development unpainted test shot that's just it's the plastic colors, and then the fully painted with like cell shading. I believe, is this the Devastation mold? So yes. You get that Devastation cell shading effect. And essentially this is a money saving 3-pack, because they can do minimal work and get, people will buy 3 versions of the same figure. But a company like Toy Hacks is probably really happy because you get this unpainted test shot. And just think about, the sets you can do to make it into any version of Optimus Prime.
It's
but
not even like they give you different accessories. It's the same damn accessories.
Yeah, in the same, like, it's just different colors. But
wasn't this Devastation Prime was it a core class or a deluxe class when it was released?
I think it was a deluxe. I think it's
a deluxe
core, or like a scout or something like that. It's like a small deluxe.
Okay, so but it was like $20, right? Like $20 to $25. They're charging $85 for this 3-pack.
Well, the box is pretty cool.
Yeah, the back of the box shows kind of the process a figure goes through, and then they have on the inside, where's that? Right here, just kind of things showing off about the figure. I don't know. It's
get the Commander class Optimus Prime for that price. Don't get this 3-pack. Don't encourage Hasbro to do this. This is terrible.
But I mean, if you do, it's available on Hasbro Pulse, and it'll come out June 1st, 2026. So you're spending your money now, and you're gonna have to wait a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would be cool if they released these individually and not as a 3-pack. Or maybe do a 3-pack of gray test shot versions of different characters, and do the different molds, make you buy 3 different 3-packs, and you get 9 characters total. That would be cool. But it's hard to justify buying a 3-pack of Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Especially when it's more than what they would be individually.
Yeah.
Well, that's a downer note to end our quick hits on, but there you go. That's all for our toy talk. Let's move on to some trips to the store.
The Transmissions Podcast will return after these messages.
And Trips to the Store is powered by our merch store. Go to merch.transmissionspodcast.com and you can get all our Transmissions shirts. I'm wearing our bad guy logo shirt. You can see right here. And you can order it right there on our website on the merch.transmissionspodcast.com. You can buy lots of shirt designs and wear them proudly. They're very nice, high quality shirts. And you can, show off your favorite podcast. Huh? Maybe. Second favorite.
Top 10.
Everyone knows Empire Press is the favorite. It's Daryl's favorite.
Exactly.
My gosh. We know David K loves our shirts. So
That's true.
if you want to wear the same shirt that David K wears, you get the Transmissions Podcast shirt.
All right, well, it's time to show off the stuff we got this week, but I think Jeremy and I are going to bow out since we didn't get a lot of stuff this week, but Daryl was at TFCon Chicago, so he might have gotten a few things. So Daryl, I think it's all about you this week.
I didn't get anything. Sorry.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. I did. So yes, I was at TFCon Chicago. I was a guest of Alex Milne's. So I was given an exhibitor badge, which is like gold at these things because of the amount of people that want to get in real early. So, yeah, I had an exhibitor badge, which was fun. So Alex needed a ride home, so that's why I got to go. he wanted me to drive him home. So, yeah, I was happy to go. It was a long drive to get there. It was like 9 hours for me, but yeah, it was fine. We had a good drive back. Anyway, while I was at TFCon, the reason why I'd mentioned or they said the thing about David K is because David K likes to wear the Transmissions Podcast shirt while he's attending conventions, and you can see it if you look at like David K's social media. He's in a lot of pictures in our shirts, and I asked him while he was there at the show. I said, "Hey, I like your shirt." You know, he's like, "Oh yeah, I love this shirt." I said, he's like, he's like, "Do you know golf and how golfers wear like a specific shirt on Sundays?" He's like, "This is my Sunday shirt. This is my Sunday convention shirt." He's like, "Well, that's good to hear." He's like, "It's so comfortable." I'm like, "David, we're gonna have to get you some more shirts then, buddy, because we want to make sure you're loaded up. So we're gonna get him some shirts." Yeah. So anyway,
remember that you're associated with the podcast, right?
Oh yeah. I told him.
Hopefully that came up.
I reminded him. He knows. He recognizes me. He said he wants to come back on the show. So I mean, if that
great.
If you want to organize that, go right ahead. That's fine. We can organize that. I don't know if you want to have somebody like David K on. He's not a very big name or anything.
Next year is cool. The 30th anniversary of Beast Wars.
Yeah, we can do something like that.
Yeah.
You're the number one Beast Wars fan. You should have known that.
I knew. I did know. Very much so. Did you?
Yeah.
Anyway, as Alex...
We might have a news story about that at the end of the show.
Alex, I know you guys both wanted one of Alex's covers that I showed off the last time I was here, so Alex got you some covers.
Yay.
I know you guys had... offered to PayPal to Alex or whatever for the covers, But I said, don't worry, I need them to owe me. So now I own you. It's great.
I was always planning on PayPaling you. I didn't think Alex trusted us with his email address.
However, he had it right out on the table. Everyone has it. So I got a couple other things. I showed this off on the Sunday. I was taking a picture of it while I was sitting there at the table. What is it? Artfire 2000 was there. He's always got some really amazing stuff and really expensive Japanese stuff. So I usually like to try and get one thing from there to progress my G1 collection. So I got a G1 Roadfire. This is part of the trio that I believe Diatlas. Yeah, Diatlas is part of this trio. I do not have a Diatlas, and this guy is incomplete. So, but he's a figure that I now own, and so whatever, a Roadfire. It cost me $30. Whatever, it's fun, and all he needs is to be cleaned and me to find the parts that'll cost me $1 million. So, So yeah, I picked him up. He's cool. The biggest seller at the convention this year was this thing. The add-on kit for the animated Motor Master to turn him into animated Menasor. And I saw them Saturday morning at the ages 3 and up booth, and I said, wow, you guys got a lot of those things. I'll get one later, after everything opens up and everything. Well, Saturday morning happened, and for those of you who are listening and were there, Saturday morning at the TFCon Chicago was insane. It was absolutely insane. And it was so I barely was able to pick one of those things up. I did not have an animated Motor Master, but by the end of the con, I did get one. So now I have an animated Menasor. So he's pretty cool. I like him. I like the way that he kind of, the set really does do a good job of making him look like Menasor. So that's very cool. Yeah. What else do I got here? I only came into the show wanting one thing, because prior to a few weeks ago, maybe even a few months ago, on this show while we were recording, I ordered the last piece of Pseudo Series Devastator that I needed, plus the other 2 limbs for Superion that I needed. And while I was away, they shipped and arrived. So Mixmaster showed up. I haven't opened him yet. So I have all the pieces of Devastator, all just waiting to get put together. And I have the other limbs of Superion. But the one thing that I needed to pick up was Silverbolt. Was the one thing that I knew that if I came back with anything, if it was Silverbolt, I'd be able to build 2 combiners. And since I did, I was able to put together Superion.
Nice.
So I messed around with him, and he's pretty good. I put him together kind of blindly, so I think I've got the limbs backwards, but they're Scramble City style, so it doesn't matter. They look pretty good. He's very sturdy, and I like that in a Superion. I've always, I don't really like the G1 Superion all that much because he's really, really weak. But this one's pretty cool. He's good. So, yeah, I like him. Pretty nice. I think there's a couple add-on kits out there for him. At least one. I don't know whether I'll get it, but there's a couple of pieces here for him. But since I finished 2 combiners that weekend, I figured I might as well start the other one. So I do have Vortex. So
Nice.
I'm like, well, let's go. Let's do it. So I haven't opened him yet, but I do have Vortex. So he's there. And what else can I show here? Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. While I was sitting at Alex's table, Alpha Magnus walked up and handed me a Blokees. Where's the box for it? Oh, here. He just handed me
he sent me and
box.
Charles one. So
Yeah, so he just handed it to me, and I think that's what the excuse was, is that he's like, Charles and Jeremy got one, and the shipping on this was going to be astronomical to you, so here, here you go, this is easier. And I'm like, well, thank you. I opened it up, and it was Tarn.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow. Oh, man.
And I was sitting next to Alex, and Alex looked at me, and he's like, I want that. I'm like, dude, I want it too. So luckily enough, there was a guy at the show that was selling Blokees already opened. So he had opened thousands of them, apparently. He had opened thousands and thousands of Blokees and put them up on a display. And he basically said, I want that one, I want that one, and I want that one. And he was charging a $5 surcharge for the ones that he had already opened up and built. So you knew what you were getting, but you could buy the ones you wanted. That was the whole point. And I think he was making a killing on them. So basically, I went over to his booth after Alex had told me that that I would be driving home alone and he wouldn't be paying for anything else, and he'd kick me out the room. So I said, look, I see that you have a sold out sign on your Tarn there. Alex Milne wants a Tarn. And he's like, oh, Alex wants a Tarn. I can get him a Tarn. So he gave me a Tarn, and I said, what do you want for it? He's like, it's nothing for Alex. Don't worry about it. Alex has done enough. And I'm like, oh, well, Alex also wants that and that and that and that and that. He's like, does he really? And I said, no. But yeah, so no, it was good. He was really great and really nice for Alex to get a Tarn. So Alex has a Tarn as well. Yeah, so it was kind of fun. But yeah, I have a couple more things that I'll save for next week or so. But yeah, hopefully this guy had a really great little setup. But like you said, he had to open thousands of these things to kind of get everything going together.
It probably guarantees you'll sell more than just blind boxes. Because people want specific characters.
He had blind boxes available, but he also had this display set up behind glass where you could say, okay, well, Blokees would usually sell for $10. He was selling them for $15, right? So, because there's going to be ones that people don't care about, they don't want. So if he sells 2 Tarns, then he's got enough. He's made enough to pay for the one that doesn't sell, right? So there's going to be a lot of that happening. So yeah, and yeah, I mean, he did very well, I think. So yeah, but no, it was a good show. I heard it was Saturday was very, very busy. Very, very, very busy. They were turning away people that were still trying to buy tickets to get in on Saturday. Yeah. Yeah. But to the point where the first thing Colin mentioned on the organizer panel at the end was that he's like, we exceeded capacity. And so I think we've outgrown this location, which is odd because when we went the one year, we were already at the other hotel, which was way bigger. So it's like they were too big, then they downsized, and now they're too big again. So,
so they're going to go to the nicer,
they'll probably go back
hotel.
to the Hyatt again. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, no, it was a great time. We had a blast. The drive home with Alex was fun. We always stop at a couple comic book shops on the way. We do a little bit of a hunt. Just because he likes it. Plus, if he does well, he usually spends a bunch. So yeah.
Nice.
No, it was good. Yeah, he had a great time, and yeah, it was fun. We had a blast. Yeah, it's nice going to TFCon when you're not actively searching for stuff. So yeah.
All right. Well, glad you had fun, Daryl. We were at home doing episode 666. So
You could have come, Charles. You could have come.
I didn't get a hotel room. I waited too long to book a hotel room.
You said you had a hotel room, I thought.
No, I had one off site. I didn't want to.
Oh, I see.
You know, I didn't get one in the property.
I was camping that weekend, so I
prior you were way off site.
Yeah. Oh well, next time. All right. That's all for trips to the store. So let's go on with the rest of the show.
We now return to the Transmissions podcast.
All right, we've got some convention news.
Right. And in convention news, which I did not have loaded up here, but I do now. At the end of TFCon Chicago, they announced the next U.S. convention that's coming up, and that will be TFCon Los Angeles, March 13 through 15. And as we mentioned earlier, celebrating the 30th anniversary of Beast Wars, but also the 25th anniversary of Robots in Disguise 2001, the best Robots in Disguise, and the 40th anniversary of Transformers the movie. So lots of anniversaries coming up next year. And it'll be fun. That one is also always like really big. So wondering, how packed it's going to be.
Yeah, Colin mentioned if you're a big Beast Wars fan, you're going to want to be at that one.
I mean, the Beast Wars voice actors are always pretty good about conventions anyway, but being in LA, I'm sure it's going to be almost the full cast.
Yep.
That's all we got for convention. Oh, good.
Oh no, I just wanted to mention because they did also announce the next TFCon fall show, which I believe is going to be Orlando, Florida. I don't think there's no news story on it, but they did announce that.
I think the last Orlando one was canceled for COVID, right?
Oh, they made that one up.
Oh, they did?
The COVID one got made up, but yeah, the next one, the next fall show will be Orlando.
So I guess it's Chicago, Orlando, Baltimore for the fall show, seems to be.
I mean, there were a couple people that I talked to on the weekend that were trying to figure out the pattern, and I said, don't try and figure out the pattern. I think the only mainstay on the fall show is Chicago, which seems to be every 3 years, but the other years is a toss up. Mm-hmm. So I said, there's no pattern to it. It's wherever he can find a show, and he's trying to move them around. The only mainstays that you can count on are Toronto and LA at this point.
Well, Toronto, Chicago, and LA.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's all convention news, but we've still got some feedback. All right. So we had one YouTube comment from episode 666 last week. And this is referring to the Samurai Megatron and his Warthog Beast Mode. So Saber Gunner 1 says, at least in Beast Mode, that Megatron would be a great base figure to use as Snarler. Some differences in sculpting, and I think they've got it. And yeah, so I mentioned that last episode that, one of the Pretender Beasts, G1 Pretender Beasts, Snarler, was a Warthog, and that Megatron Warthog looked very similar. So, thanks for validating my opinion, Saber Gunner. We've also got a voicemail from Brent from Chicago, who I think, Daryl, you might have run into him last weekend.
Ooh, certainly did. We had a nice chat.
Hey, Transmissions team. This is your longtime listener, Brent from Chicago. Just dropping you a quick line to let you know I went to my first con ever, TFCon in Chicago. It was quite an experience. It was very overstimulating and at times overwhelming. But it was overall a really cool experience, and I'm glad I did it. But, I'm glad I got it off the bucket list. Maybe I'll do it again in the future, maybe not. But if I do, it'd be cool to meet you guys in person. Speaking of which, it was really cool to meet Daryl in person, finally. I did know Daryl was going to be there on the podcast panels, but I had no idea he was going to be manning a booth at Artist Alley with Alex Milne. So that was like an unexpected surprise and a pleasant one. So really cool to meet you, Daryl. So I didn't make any purchases. Like I told Daryl, my collection is complete for me. I only care about the season 3 characters, the post-movie characters, and I have all the G1, the authentic vintage G1 figures of those guys, and the official masterpieces, the few that have been released so far, like Rodimus and Ultra Magnus. So I didn't go there looking to make any purchases, but it was cool to meet the father of Transformers, Bob Budiansky, who was sitting right next to Daryl and Alex Milne, so that was pretty neat. That was awesome. Maybe next time I'll do the same with Ralph Macchio and Vince DiCola, but it was starting to get a little late in the afternoon for me. I was, physically, I was getting tired, and I wasn't sure I wanted to wait in line again, At least I got Bob's autograph, but, maybe next time. That was pretty much it. I didn't have anything else to say other than, like I told Daryl, I'm cautiously optimistic about the new Skybound comic now that Robert Kirkman's taken over. He knows, and maybe some of you know, I was a huge fan of the IDW comics, and just for the longest time, the Skybound run of Transformers, it wasn't to my liking, and now that the writer is changing, I think I'm going to become a regular reader again, a regular buyer. So, again, I'm cautiously optimistic about that. So, that's good. Well, anyways, that was pretty much it. I didn't have anything else to say. It was, again, really cool to meet you, Daryl. And maybe in the future, I'll meet the rest of you guys. Have a good day. See you soon. One little edit for my OCD. I care about the Season 3 characters and the Season 4 cast and the Japanese headmasters and basically everything that came after Beast Wars, etc. It's basically, I acknowledge and respect Season 1 and 2, but I don't find those guys very exciting. I really like what came after the movie, but to each his own. I just wanted to clarify that. Have a good day, guys.
Cool.
It was great meeting Brent. Brent was there with a friend, and I forget his name, but he was there with a friend who was. They were both kind of doing their own thing. Brent, like he said, he was there looking for anything, which is, I gotta respect that. Like I said, I was there looking for one thing, and I still walked out of there with like 8 things. So like,
it's just impressive being able to be like, okay, my collection is done. I wanted this specific set of characters, and I got what I wanted. I'm done. I cannot do that.
Yeah. But no, I got a chance. I got a great opportunity to chat with Brent, because he showed up looking for Bob Budiansky, who was at a panel, and he just sat and waited for him with and we chatted for close to an hour while Bob was off doing the panel, and it was really nice. And then a lot more people started showing up for Bob's booth, and it almost felt like I was holding court, because I was standing there at Bob's booth and people were like, are you like first in line? I'm like, I'm not in line at all. So,
you're like, welcome to my own podcast panel.
Yeah. I'm just talking here. So I'm just chatting. So it was fun. Yeah. We had a good time chatting, and it was good. I'm glad that Brent got a chance to get out to his first TFCon, because they're good. And to be from Chicago and then be able to go to a TFCon Chicago is great. You don't have to really travel very far for them. So that's awesome. So no, it was awesome meeting Brent and his friend.
Very cool.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks Brent for sending in the voicemail, and glad you had a good time at TFCon Chicago. I think you picked the one TFCon that was super extra crowded. So I think that's why it was so overstimulating. But I mean, it seems like at least that's healthy for the TFCons if they're growing like that. I mean, I think Chicago in particular is a central location, so a lot of people can travel there. And so that it gets a lot of traffic compared to other locations where they have TFCon. So, that's always good and healthy. But I definitely can see how it can be overstimulating. So,
I just remember
hopefully
the first TFCon Chicago, and it was like in the basement of that hotel. It was much smaller, but it was packed in the rooms that they had, and just what it's become now. It's amazing.
The same weekend was a Supernatural convention that had much higher traffic.
I forgot about that.
That was crazy. All right. Well, that's all the feedback, and that takes us to the end of this episode of Transmissions. So thanks everyone for watching and listening. Of course, at the end of every episode, we give a shout out to our masterpiece donatrons. These are the folks who continue to support the podcast at our highest level on Patreon, and that's why they get a mention in every episode. So thank you once again to John Forex Levengood and Steve C. You guys are awesome. But you know what? Everyone else is awesome too. Thank you again for hanging out with us, and we will see you next time. Stay tuned for Alt Mode. We're going to be reviewing Void Rivals number 24 on Friday. So hopefully you got the comic today, and we'll have it read before we do our review, and then you can watch the review, see what we thought of it. So we'll see you then. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Transmissions. If you'd like to join the conversation, travel to our Discord channel at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. Want some cool transmission swag? Feast your eyes on our transmissions gear at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. If you'd like to support our podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support or tell your friends about our show. We'll see you next time.